So in previous session, we had discussed uh, three definitions of probability, and we have also solved examples based on those three definitions. Okay. Now today, we are going to discuss an important theorem called Bayes theorem. Okay. Proof of this theorem is beyond the scope of our syllabus. So we'll simply state the theorem and we'll solve examples based on Bayes theorem. Okay. Basically, Bayes theorem is used to find conditional probabilities. Okay. If a sample space, suppose that this is a sample space, I hope everyone knows the concept of partition. होता है ना partition? Partition of a set. Okay, ठीक है. Suppose that this is universal set. First I'll explain what is meant by partition. Suppose U is an universal set and A, then B, say C.
Sir, your screen is not visible.
Screen is not visible?
No.
Is it visible now?
No, sir.
Hello?
On my side, it's not visible. I don't know about others, but on my side, it's not visible.
What
It's
about
visible.
others?
It's visible, sir.
Visible है ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Preeti, network connectivity must be low at your end.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, suppose U is an universal set and A, B, C, D, E are subsets of U. Okay. Such that A, B, these five subsets are mutually disjoint. Means what? There is no common element between AB or AC or AD or AE, or take any pair, say BC, BD, BE or DE, DC, etc. Okay. So if there is no element common between any two subsets, then the set of subsets is called as mutually disjoint subsets. Okay. Further, if we combine all subsets, okay, what we get? We get an entire universal set. Okay. So this is called as a partition of universal set. Okay. It means that the universal set is divided into number of subsets. Okay. Now we'll import same concept in probability theory. Okay. If omega is a sample space, fine, and suppose that A, B, C, D, E are subsets. Now in probability theory, subset of sample space is called as event. Okay. So if A, B, C, D, and E are events of sample space omega such that intersection is empty, means what? Events are mutually disjoint. They are mutually exclusive. Concept वही है set theory में. In set theory we used to call them as mutually disjoint. Here we call them as mutually exclusive. There is no element, no sample point common between any two different events. Okay, and they are collectively exhaustive. Okay, matlab if we combine all five subsets, we'll get an entire sample space. Okay, so at the beginning of this chapter, we have defined the concepts called mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. Okay, so the set of events, say P, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so this set of events such that events are mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive is called as partition of sample space omega. Okay. Now let us suppose that the partition is instead of ABC, I'll use notation A1, A2, A3, A4, and A5. Okay. Suppose P A1, A2, A3, A4, and A5. Okay. Suppose this P is partition of sample space omega. Okay. Partition मतलब क्या है? Events are mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. Okay. And B, let's suppose that B is any other event. Right. Then Bayes theorem states that according to statement of Bayes theorem, probability of AI given B. मतलब conditional probability of AI, I varies from 1 to 3. For any I equal to 1 to 5, probability of AI given B is probability of B given AI into probability of AI divided by summation of probability of B given AJ into probability of AJ. Here J varies from 1 to N. Okay. So this is the statement of Bayes theorem. Statement लिख लो, I'll dictate. Suppose events A1, A2, AN, events A1, A2, dash AN forms partition of sample space omega, forms partition of sample space omega and suppose B is any other event. Suppose B is any other event such that probability of B is greater than equal to 0. Sorry, not equal to, strictly greater than 0. Probability of B greater than 0. Then probability of AI given B, probability of AI given B is equal to probability of, ये formula लिख लो, probability of B given AI into probability of AI divided by summation of probabilities of B given AJ into probability of AJ. J varies from 1 to N. Fine. Proof of this theorem is beyond the scope of our syllabus. Proof इतना कुछ difficult नहीं है, but syllabus में नहीं, so I'm not going to discuss it over here. Okay. Now let's solve examples based on Bayes theorem. आपने वो फाइल डाउनलोड किया है? सबके पास है क्या फाइल? I have shared notes of probability in the channel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
yes.
have
तो अभी है
that,
आपके पास या shall I dictate question?
yes, sir, have.
नहीं है sir.
So let's solve question number 2 first. पहले 2 solve करते हैं, then we'll discuss question number 1. Okay.
From Bayes theorem, right, sir?
हाँ, Bayes theorem. A box containing 3 different types of flashlights.
Yeah, page 7, right? Yeah. Good.
हाँ, page 7 पे होगा. थोड़े से मैं नोट्स भी एडिट कर रहा हूँ. मतलब जब चैप्टर खत्म होगा ये, then I'll share fresh notes of chapter probability. Okay?
Yes, sure, sir.
उसमें कुछ और क्वेश्चंस मैं ऐड कर रहा हूँ, थोड़ा सा एडिशन चल रहा है, राइट? ओके. सो यहाँ पे क्या दिया है? A box contains 3 types of flashlights. flashlight 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, probability that type 1 flashlight gave over 100 hours of use is 0.7, where the corresponding probability of type 2 and type 3 being 0.4 and 0.3 respectively. Okay. Suppose 20% of flashlights in the box are of type 1, 30% are of type 2, and 50% are of type 3. Okay. The question is, if the randomly chosen flashlight work over 100 hours, what is the probability that it is of second type? Okay. So basically, यहाँ पे क्या है? Experiment is to draw one flashlight from a box containing flashlight of type 1, 2, and 3. Okay. It is given that 50% और of कौन से है? टाइप 3 के है. Okay. टाइप 3, 20% type 1 and 30% type 2. Okay. So here the see, because experiment is drawing one flashlight from a box containing flashlights of type 1, 2, and 3. So this entire box is nothing but your sample space. Okay. And these three events form partition of sample space. Okay. So your sample space is partitioned into three events. Okay. First, size of first event is 20%, size of second event is 30%, and size of third event is 50%. Okay. So let's name this as event A1, this as event A2, and this as event A3. Okay. So वो define करना है आपको A1, A2, A3. So what is A1? Randomly selected flashlight is of type 1. Okay. Second, randomly selected flashlight is of type 2, and randomly selected flashlight is of type 3. Fine. And एक और दिया है event B. I'll remove this. Say this is A1. Okay. A1, A2, and A3. Okay. And event B क्या है? Randomly selected flashlight gave over 100 hours of use. Okay. So here we have defined 4 events A1, A2, A3 which form partition of sample space omega, and एक और event लिया है B which is not a part of partition. Remember, A1, A2, A3 form partition, and B is any other event and defined as a randomly selected flashlight gave over 100 hours of use. Okay. Now, first, before solving or before finding the requisite probability, first we'll list down the given things. Okay. क्या क्या दिया है? What is given? Probability that type 1 flashlight give over 100 hours of use. मतलब अगर हम type 1 को focus करेंगे, okay, so what is the probability that it give 100% of use? 0.7. Okay. See, when we apply conditional probability, actually we restrict our focus to the given event, right? So if we restrict our focus to event A1, the probability that a randomly selected flashlight give more than 100 hours of use is 0.7. मतलब यहाँ पे given thing क्या है? Given thing is A1, right? अगर हमने focus, initially focus is on entire sample space. If I restrict my focus to A1 only, then the probability that it gave more than 100 hours of use, that is probability of B given A1 is 0.7. Similarly, probability of B given A2 क्या होगा? टाइप 2 के लिए 0.4 एंड 0.3. ओके, सो ये दिया है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस और एक इंफॉर्मेशन और कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन दिया है. इन अ बॉक्स 20% फ्लैश लाइट्स आर ऑफ टाइप 1. मतलब प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ A1 is 20%, मतलब 0.2. okay. Probability of A2 is 0.3 and probability of A3 is 0.5. Okay. Now this information is given. Now the question is, if randomly chosen flashlight work over 100 hours. So given क्या है? Randomly chosen flashlight work over 100 hours. Okay, मतलब given thing is B. And we want to find the probability that it is of type 2. मतलब ये find out करना है. Probability of A2 given B. Right? समझ में आ गया क्वेश्चन? इसमें कोई डाउट है क्या? प्रीति, Alex?
Sir, on my side, there is big network problem. So I am unable to see your screen.
Okay, okay. ठीक है, you can go through the recordings.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Excuse sir.
कोई इश्यू नहीं है?
No, sir.
So shall I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here actually we want to find probability of A2 given B, right? So now I'll apply formula, a Bayes theorem formula to find the requisite probability. Probability of A2 given B. This probability is equal to probability of B given A2 into probability of A2 whole divided by summation. So instead of writing summation, I'll break or I'll write expanded form of that summation, because there are only three terms in the summation. The first term will be probability of B given A1 into probability of A1 plus probability of B given A2 into probability of A2 plus probability of B given A3 into probability of A3. Okay. Now everything is given. Let's simply substitute the values and calculate the required probability. So this would be probability of B given A2, 0.4 into probability of A2 is 0.3, whole divided by 0.7 into 0.2 plus 0.4 into 0.3 plus 0.3 into 0.5. Okay. तो ये हो जाएगा आपका 0.12 डिवाइड बाय 0.14 plus 0.12 plus 0.15. Okay. That is equal to 0.12 divided by 26, 31, 41, 0.41. Okay. Or 12 by 41. Right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now let's discuss question number 1. Suppose that we have 3 cards identical in form except that both sides of first card are colored red. Both sides of second card are colored black and one side of third card is colored red and other by black. Okay. Now 3 cards are mixed up and one card is randomly selected and put down on the ground. If upper side of chosen card is colored red, what is the probability that the other side is colored black? Okay. So यहाँ पे important part क्या है? To identify the partitioning of sample space. Okay. Now what is experiment over here? To choose one card. Okay. So selected card may be first card or second card or third card. So event में कैसे define करूँगा? A1 मतलब first card selected. A2 second card selected. A3 third card selected. Okay. And event B क्या लेंगे? मतलब given event. What is given? The upper side से एक कार्ड निकाल के उन्होंने फ्लोर पे डाल दिया है. Okay. Then the upper side of the selected card is red. Okay. मतलब हम लिखेंगे, ठीक है, वही लिखेंगे. Upper side is red. Upper side of selected card is red. Fine. So find out क्या करना है यहाँ? Find out क्या करना है?
Probability क्या है that the other side is black?
हाँ, other side is black. मतलब event A1, A2 या A3. See, suppose event A1 है, तो क्या होगा? A1 के दोनों साइड कैसे हैं? Both are color red. Correct. Second card के both are black. And third card के क्या है? Both are sorry, third card one
Red and other
one
black.
side is red and other is black. Okay. So if upper side of the selected card is red, then other will be black if and only if it is third card. Correct? क्योंकि अगर A1 first card होता selected card, then other side must be red. अगर second card होता तो upper side red होती ही नहीं. Got it? Because both sides of A2 are black. So this is possible only if the selected card is third card. So हमें ये find out करना है. Probability of A3 given B equals to what? Fine. Now let's summarize the information or let's quantify the information. क्या क्या दिया है? Now because all 3 cards are identical in nature, so what would be the probability of A1?
Equiprobable.
Equiprobable है.
0.33.
मतलब हर एक की probability होगी 1/3. Probability of A1 is same as that of A2, that of A3, and each equals to 1/3. Okay, because card is selected randomly, so probability of A1 is same as that of A2 is same as that of A3. Fine. Now, what is probability of B given A1? अगर मैंने कार्ड A1 चूज किया, so what is the probability that upper side will be red?
1/3. Oh, sorry, 2/3.
Why?
Because A1 and A3 fulfills that criteria.
नहीं, अभी क्या है? A1 कार्ड सिलेक्ट हुआ है. Probability of B given A1.
1/3.
Why 1/3? If A1 card is selected, what is the probability that upper side would be red?
Because A1
Conditional
is
probability.
both the sides are red, right?
Both side is red. So red आने के chances कितने? 100%.
Sorry, 100%. Sorry.
Correct, na? So if first card is chosen, then there are 100% chances of getting red on upper face. Okay, so probability of B given A1 is 1. What is probability of B given A2? अगर सेकंड कार्ड
Red.
चूज करते हैं तो
Zero.
अपर साइड
Zero.
आने के चांसेस 0 है बिकॉज बोथ साइड्स आर रेड
Black.
सॉरी ब्लैक ओके एंड व्हाट इज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी गिवन A3? अब A3 के केस है वन
50%.
साइड रेड वन साइड ब्लैक सो 50% चांस है रेड आने की सो ये हो जाएगा 1/2 ओके ठीक है सब कुछ मिल गया हाँ फाइंड आउट क्या करना है A3 गिवन B so probability of A3 given B is equal to probability of B given A3 into probability of A3 denominator same वही है fine so let's substitute the values B given A3 is 1/2 into 1/3 divided by B given A1 1 into 1/3 plus 0 okay, 0 into anything is 0 plus 1/2 into 1/3 okay so ये हो जाएगा 1/6 divided by 1/3 plus 1/6 or it is equals to 1/6 divided by 3/6 okay ये पता है ना फर्स्ट वी हैव टू मेक डिनोमिनेटर सेम तो यहाँ पे 6 लाने के लिए we have to multiply and divide by so this is 2/6 2/6 plus 1/6 is 3/6
3/6.
so 6 is get cancel probability हो जाएगी 1/3 right okay question number 3 now this is similar to question number 2 a certain item is manufactured by 3 factories F1 F2 and F3 okay it is known that F1 turns out twice as many items as F2 and that F2 and F3 turns out the same number of items during a specific period. It is also known that 2% of the items produced by F1 and F2 are defective, while 4% of those manufactured by F3 are defective. One item is chosen randomly from a lot of given items by given items produced by those factories together and found to be defective. Okay. Then question is find probability that it is produced by F1. Okay. So यहाँ पे partition क्या होना चाहिए?
So F1, F2, F3.
हाँ मतलब F1 is randomly chosen item A1 A2 A3 लेंगे हम randomly chosen item is produced by F1 A2 मतलब F2 हो जाएगा A3 means F3 okay fine and event B क्या लेंगे क्वेश्चन से ही पता चलता है आपको one item is
F1
chosen randomly from a
A1
lot
given
of
B. A1 given
हाँ,
B हो जाएगा.
हाँ बट B क्या होना चाहिए B क्या होना चाहिए इवेंट B क्या होना चाहिए See, randomly selected item is defective okay ऐसा दिया है ना it is given that one item जो select किया है that is defective so वही define करो ना B क्या है let be the event that randomly selected item is defective. Okay. Produced by F1, F2, F3. ओके, अब यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा हमें कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा. ओके, हाँ, एंड फाइंड आउट करना है if randomly selected item is defective, what is probability that it is produced by F1? मतलब probability of A1 given B find out करनी है, right? Now, probability of B given A1. How much percentage of items produced by F1 are defective? Okay, मतलब अगर हमने सिर्फ फैक्ट्री F1 के आइटम पर फोकस किया तो उसमें डिफेक्टिव के चांसेस कितने हैं?
2%.
2%. ओके, मतलब probability of B given A1 is 2%, that is 0.02. 2% मतलब 0.2 नहीं है, be careful. It is 0.02. Probability of A3 कितना है? A2
Same as above.
दोनों के सेम है 0.02 एंड फैक्ट्री 3 F3 के लिए 0.04. 4%. 0.04. Fine. Now, what about probabilities of A1, A2, A3, etc.? A1, A2, and A3. See, it is given that F1 turns out twice as many items as F2, and F2 and F3 turns out the same number of items. Okay, मतलब probability of A2 is same as probability of A3. Okay, while or let us suppose that this probability be small p. Okay, now it is also given that F1 turns out twice as many items that of F2. मतलब F1 का प्रोडक्शन डबल है F2 से. Okay, so मतलब कैसा है, अगर हम टोटल प्रोडक्शन कंबाइन करेंगे तो F2 एंड F3 का परसेंटेज सेम होगा. ओके, while उनके डबल F1 का होगा. So probability of A1 would be 2p, correct, double than that of A2 or A3, right? But we know that total probability is always 1. So 2p plus p plus p must be 1, right? 2p is probability that randomly selected item is produced by F1, F2 and F3. So सबकी probability total of all should be 1. So 4p
1 by 4
must be 1. So p equal to 1 by 4. Okay, so I'll write over here. So probability of A1 is 2p, मतलब 2 by 4 or 1 by 2. Probability of A2 and probability of A3 both equals to 1 by 4. Okay, that's it. So मिल गए values. So the required probability is probability of A1 given B, that is equal to probability of B given A1 into probability of A1. Okay. बाकी आप कर पाओगे? Rest of the part you can do ना?
Yes, sir.
अब क्या जस्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है वैल्यूज एंड कैलकुलेशन करना है. That's it. Okay, so let's try one more question. Okay, the probability of question number 4. The probability of A, B, and C becoming managers are 4 by 9, 2 by 9, and 1 by 9. 1 by 3, respectively. The probability is that the employment insurance scheme will be introduced if A, B, and C become managers are 3 by 10, 1 by 2, and 4 by 5, respectively. Okay. Then the questions are First question is, what is probability that insurance scheme will be introduced? And second, if insurance scheme has been introduced, what is the probability that the manager appointed was A? Okay. कैसे होगा?
सर एबीसी का है 4/9, 2/9, 1/3.
हाँ, मतलब A became manager, probability that A became manager is 4/9, B became manager is 2/9, and C became manager is 1/3. Correct? So A1, A2, A3 तो ये हो गया. And event B, A become manager. Okay. B became manager. C became manager. And event B क्या लेंगे? Insurance scheme introduced. Okay. Event B लेंगे, insurance scheme has been introduced. Okay. अब यहाँ पे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा अलग है. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है? व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट इंश्योरेंस स्कीम हैज बीन और विल बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड? सो नो मैटर which of the three is appointed as manager, what is the probability that insurance scheme will be introduced? Okay. See, हमें यहाँ पे फाइंड आउट क्या करना है एक्चुअली? Wait a minute. A1 given B. Okay. Now suppose we want to calculate probability of A1 given B. Now by definition of conditional probability, it is nothing but probability of A1 intersection B divided by probability of B. Okay. Recall definition of probability. It is okay. Now I'm going to explain the Bayes theorem, because to calculate probability of B, we must know how Bayes theorem is derived. Okay. See, this is the basic definition of conditional probability. Probability of A1 given B is probability of A1 intersection B divided by probability of B. Okay, fine. Now, if I multiply this by probability of, multiply and divide by probability of A1, okay, then this thing is what? Probability of, I can rewrite this as B intersection A1 divided by probability of A1 into this probability of A1 and whole divided by probability of B. Okay. And this ratio is nothing but probability of B given A1. Okay. This is again conditional probability. So this is how Bayes theorem is derived. So this is equal to probability of B given A1. Okay. Now what is probability of B? Okay. Okay. Is this? Now suppose that your sample space is divided into three parts, say A1, A2, and A3, and B is any event. Fine. So actually, we want to find probability of this region. Now, event B can be further divided into mutually disjoint sets, subsets. This is what A1 intersection B. This is A3 intersection B, and this portion is A2 intersection B. So probability of B is nothing but probability of A1 intersection B plus probability of A2 intersection B plus probability of A3 intersection B, right? Similarly, जैसे यहाँ पे किया था मैंने, if I multiply this term by probability of A1, मल्टीप्लाई एंड डिवाइड बाय, एक काम करते हैं, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ A1 इंटरसेक्शन B, ओके, और एक काम करते हैं, मैं डायरेक्ट समेशन नोटेशन में लिखता हूं. So this is equal to summation of probability of AI intersection B. Okay, I varies from 1 to n. Okay, now inside summation notation, if I multiply and divide by probability of AI, then this ratio would be nothing but, okay, summation probability of B given AI into probability of AI. Okay, so इसका मतलब क्या, ये जो डिनोमिनेटर निकालते हैं, the denominator in Bayes theorem actually gives probability of B. Got it? अब यहाँ पे हमें find out क्या करना है? We want to find this thing. So to find probability of B, we will find this. Concept समझ में आ गया? Okay.
So do you
Now,
mind
let's
repeating
go.
one sentence? I'm just
अच्छा. Okay. Bayes theorem हम क्या करते हैं? Probability of A1 given B equals to probability of B given A1 into probability of, I'll rewrite it. Probability of A1 given B equals to probability of B given A1 into probability of A1 divided by summation of probability of B given A1 or AI into probability of AI. I varies from 1 to n. Okay. So basically, ये जो denominator है, denominator is nothing but your probability of B. Okay.
that's the total.
इतना ध्यान में रखो, अब वो बेस थ्योरम का डेरिवेशन है पूरा, उसमें से ये हमें पता चलता है कि अभी वो सिलेबस में नहीं है अपने, बट अगर इस टाइप का क्वेश्चन आए तो व्हाट यू नीड टू फाइंड इज डिनोमिनेटर ऑफ द बेस थ्योरम, राइट? ओके, नाउ लेट्स कम टू द पॉइंट. नाउ व्हाट इज A1 ओवर हियर? A1 is the manager appointed, A is appointed as manager. So what is probability of A1? Probability of A1, A2 and A3.
A1 is 4 by 9,
Correct.
2 by
It is
9, and
given
1
that
3.
Probability that A1 become manager is 4 by 9. This is 2 by 9 and it is
1 by 3.
1 by 3. Okay. और क्या दिया है?
Insurance का probability.
Now if A1, if A became manager, then probability that insurance scheme will be implemented is 3 by 10. मतलब if A become manager, मतलब A1 given is A1. So probability of B given A1 is 3 by 10. Probability of B given A2, B given A2 क्या है? It's 1 by 2.
1 by 2 and 4 by 5.
Probability of B given A3 is 4 by 5. Okay. And find out क्या करना है? Find probability that it is produced by F1. Sorry, क्या देख रहा हूँ? पहला है, what is probability that insurance scheme will be implemented? That is probability of B. Probability of B is nothing but denominator. मतलब probability of B given A1 into probability of A1 plus probability of B given A2 into probability of A2 plus probability of B given A3 into probability of A3. ठीक है, this part you can do. And second क्या find out करना है? If insurance scheme has been introduced, what is the probability that manager appointed was A? Insurance scheme has been introduced. मतलब given
A1
event
given
is
B.
B.
A1 given B.
A1 given B
A1
find out.
given B.
Okay. So this is nothing but probability of B given A1 into probability of A1 divided by probability of B. जो हम यहाँ पे कैलकुलेट करेंगे ना, वही डिनोमिनेटर है. तो same value you have to substitute over here. Okay. बेस थ्योरम के ऊपर ऐसे ही क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. देयर आर you will find more questions over here. Shall I leave those questions for homework? ठीक है, घर पे ट्राई
Yes,
करो
sir.
ये बाकी
Yes, sir.
क्वेश्चंस. You try at home. अगर कोई डाउट है तो I'll help you out.
Sure, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to start a very important topic called random variable. Okay, अब random variable direct आपके syllabus में नहीं है. We have a topic called probability distributions. Okay, now in our syllabus we are going to learn 3 probability distributions. One is binomial distribution, second is Poisson distribution, and third is normal distribution. अब इन तीनों पर एक क्वेश्चन हमेशा होता है. नॉर्मली मतलब ठीक है, ये 19th का पहले बार सिलेबस है, बट सिलेबस ज्यादा चेंज नहीं हुआ है 2016 एंड 19 पैटर्न में. इन 2016 सिलेबस हर एक एग्जाम में आपको क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 में नॉर्मली एक क्वेश्चन आते थे. उसमें ए और बी होता था. ओके, बोथ कैरीज 10 मार्क्स. further in part A, you have to find probabilities using either first definition, second definition, or there may be a question on Bayes theorem in the first question. Okay, and जो उसका और पार्ट था, और में हमेशा नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का आता था या फिर either binomial or Poisson distribution. Okay, so as far as examination is concerned, this topic is very important. Okay, now so before so instead of starting the concept probability distribution directly, कुछ हमें थोड़ा सा we must have some knowledge about the random variable. What exactly is random variable? Because basically binomial distribution or Poisson or normal, they are random variables. Okay, now what is random variable? Now many times the sample space consists of non-numerical values. So for example, if we toss a coin, then what are the outcomes? Head, head. If we toss 2 coins, outcomes are head, 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 tail, tail, head, and tail, tail. Okay. Now, to find probability of any event, we need to do some calculations. Okay. So if your sample space is in the form of numeric data, then it is easy to calculate the probability. Okay. जैसे tossing of a coin. एक कॉइन है, 2 कॉइन है, ठीक है, लिमिटेड है, बिकॉज साइज ऑफ सैंपल स्पेस इज लिमिटेड. व्हाट इफ वी टॉस 10 कॉइन्स? अगर मैं 10 कॉइन टॉस करता हूं तो क्या होगा? हाउ मेनी सैंपल पॉइंट्स वुड बी देयर? सी इफ आई टॉस 1 कॉइन, देयर विल बी 2 सैंपल पॉइंट्स. इफ आई टॉस 3 कॉइन्स, 8 पॉइंट्स रहेंगे, 2 के पावर में बढ़ता जाएगा ना. इफ आई टॉस 5 कॉइन्स, देयर वुड बी 32 different outcomes. Okay, 6 coins के लिए 64 outcomes रहेंगे, 7 coins के लिए 128 outcomes. Okay, तो आपका sample space बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा, right? So in that case, it is very difficult to find out the probability of any event. Suppose आपको question पूछा गया कि what is the probability that out of 10 tosses, 7 times you got head? Okay, then it is very difficult to calculate the probability of such event, right? Now to resolve this difficulty, हम क्या करेंगे? We assign a number to each outcome. Okay, and it is up to you how you define. It is up to you. For example, if I toss 3 coins, then outcomes क्या होंगे, HHH, HHT, then HTH, THH, then HTT, THT, TTH, and TTT. Okay.
And HHH.
हो गया ना HHH. So these are the 8 outcomes. Fine.
Okay, nine outcomes, right?
Now, a function, say f from function f from omega to r, such that f of x equals to number of heads. Okay, तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? There are 3 heads, then 2 head, 2 head, 2 head, 1 head, 1 head, 1 head, and 0 heads. Okay, so in this case, instead of dealing with 8 different outcomes, I have to deal with 4 numbers, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Right? These are 3 possibilities of. These are 4 possible values of random variable. Okay, of this function. Fine. Similarly, if I toss 4 coins, okay, then कितने outcomes बनेंगे? There will be 16 outcomes. 2 to the power 4. Okay, there will be 16 outcomes. But in that case, if I define same random variable, same function, real valued function, then I have to deal with only 5 numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, तो जितना आपका बड़ा होगा, the number of tosses are large, suppose 10 है, तो 10 के केस में your sample size of sample space would be 1028. Okay, so इतने सभी sample point list out करने के लिए it is very difficult. Okay, so instead what we'll do, we'll assign some or we'll define a function, real valued function from sample space to set to real numbers. Okay, so अगर उस केस में हम same samples same function define करते, so what would be the possible values of function? 0, 1, 2, 3, maximum 10 heads मिल सकते हैं मुझे and minimum 0 heads, right? So in that case, instead of dealing with 1028 outcomes, I have to deal with only 11 numbers, 0 to 10. Okay, so this is the advantage of defining a random variable. Fine. So in this case, suppose हमने ऐसे define किया है. So normally ये कैसे, instead of f of x, we denote it by capital X. Okay. So x of omega, यहाँ पे function क्या है? X of omega equals to number of heads. This is small omega and this is capital omega. जैसे English alphabet में रहते वैसे Greek alphabets में capital letters and small letters. This is capital omega and this is small omega. Okay. So what is the range of x? 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now, what is the probability of x? What is probability of 0? 0, 1, 2, and 3. What is probability of x or probability
1
of
by
0?
8.
1 by 8.
1 by
Correct.
8.
Here, probability of x is 1 by 8. Probability of 1 is 1, 2, 3, 3 by 8. Okay. Probability of x equal to 2 is also 3 by 8. And this is 1 by 8. Okay. So this table, table containing the values of random variable along with the corresponding probabilities is called as a probability distribution. Okay. Concept समझ में आ गया? What is meant by probability distribution? So probability distribution is nothing but the values of random variable along with corresponding probabilities. Okay. Now this is a special type of distribution. This distribution is called as discrete distribution. Okay, or discrete random variable. Okay. अब suppose मैं दो अलग-अलग define करता हूँ. Let x represent number of passengers arriving on a railway station, or number of defective items produced by factory. ओके, इन से एंटायर ईयर। सो x कितना हो सकता है? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, इनफाइनिटी भी हो सकता है ना। फाइन। सो इन दिस केस योर रैंडम वेरिएबल इज इनफाइनाइट। ओके, यहाँ पे क्या है? इट इज फाइनाइट, 0, 1, 2, 3। इट टेक्स ओनली 4 values, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Here random variable x takes infinitely many values. Okay, but still this is countable. So this random variable, this and this, these two random variables are called as discrete random variables. Okay. So discrete मतलब क्या है? A random variable x is said to be discrete if it takes finite or countable infinite values. यहाँ पे x कितने वैल्यू टेक कर रहे हैं? Here random variable x is taking only 4 values. Here it is taking infinite values but countable है. Okay. So these two random variables are discrete random variables. Now एक और एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. I think मैंने sample space के केस में भी डिफाइन किया था. If we measure height of student, okay, height of student in a class. Let us suppose that the height of shortest student is 130 centimeter. Okay, and height of tallest student is 172 centimeter. Okay, then here random variable x may take any value between these two. Okay, मतलब height of student may be 140 centimeter, 150 centimeter, or 140 centimeter and 5 millimeters, or 140 centimeter, 5 millimeter and 5 nanometer, picometer. Okay, so कोई भी वैल्यू ले सकते हैं. Okay, so here random variable takes any value between these two extreme heights. Okay, tallest and smallest के बीच में कोई भी वैल्यू ले सकता है. So here x takes uncountably many values between these two. Okay, so this is actually uncountable. Okay, this looks smaller than this set, but actually number of elements is uncountable in this. Okay, ये bigger है इसके. Okay, continuity है. See 132, 172, मतलब अगर हम नंबर लाइन कंसिडर करेंगे, say 130 to 172. So random variable x takes any value in this line segment. Okay, so such type of random variables are called as continuous random variables. Okay. So basically दो टाइप है random variable के. Random variable discrete and continuous. Okay, further in discrete there are two types, finite and second is countable infinite. Okay. Now जैसे हमने यहाँ पे in this particular probability distribution random variable x takes 4 values 0, 1, 2, 3 with corresponding probabilities 1/8, 3/8, 3/8 and 1/8. Okay, see ये part आपके syllabus में नहीं है, but ये आपको foundation चाहिए. Then only you will be able to understand what is binomial random variable, what is Poisson and what is normal distribution. Okay, so this table is called as probability distribution, and the function p of x that assigns probabilities to different values of random variable is called as probability mass function. Okay, PMF. PMF मतलब probability mass function. Okay. So in case of discrete random variable, we used to define probability mass function, whereas in case of continuous random variable, we define probability density function. Probability density function. Okay, concept समझ में आ रहा है? Fine.
So please repeat the last two lines, sir. What the mass function and density function.
प्रोबेबिलिटी मास, ये यहाँ पे देखो ना, हमने क्या किया है, हर एक वैल्यू को, x की वैल्यू क्या है 0 1 2 3, ओके. नाउ फॉर ईच ऑफ द वैल्यूज वी हैव असाइंड सम प्रोबेबिलिटी. This is called as a mass, probability mass of x equal to 0, probability mass of x equal to 1. This is probability mass of x equal to 2, and this is for x equal to 3. So this function, the function that assigns probability mass to every individual value of random variable x is called as probability mass function. Okay. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि because in case of continuous random variable there are uncountably many values. जैसे हम इस केस में क्या करते हैं, हर एक वैल्यू को हम प्रोबेबिलिटी मास असाइन करते हैं. बट कंटिन्यूअस रैंडम वेरिएबल के केस में क्या होता है, देयर आर अनकाउंटेबली मेनी वैल्यूज ऑफ रैंडम वेरिएबल x. सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ एनी इंडिविजुअल वैल्यू इज वेरी वेरी निग्लिजिबल, मतलब वो ऑलमोस्ट जीरो होती है. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ असाइनिंग प्रोबेबिलिटी मास टू एवरी इंडिविजुअल वैल्यू इन केस ऑफ कंटिन्यूअस रैंडम वेरिएबल we assign density in the neighborhood. Suppose ये point है, इसके neighborhood में कितनी density है. Okay, what is density of the neighborhood of any point? Okay, that density is called as probability density function. So continuous random variable case में हम probability density function use करते हैं instead of probability mass function. Okay. इसमें ज्यादा आप सिर्फ कंसेप्ट है ध्यान में रखो, क्योंकि आगे जाके हमें ये वर्ड यूज करने पीएमएफ एंड पीडीएफ व्हाइल डिफाइनिंग बाइनोमियल रैंडम वेरिएबल एंड पॉइसन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, नॉर्मल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. फाइन. नाउ एक और चीज जो बेसिक है दैट वी नीड टू डिफाइन बिफोर डिस्कसिंग बाइनोमियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. एक है परम्यूटेशन विथ रिपीटेशन. परम्यूटेशन विथ रिपीटेशन. ओके, अगेन आई रिपीट, ये सिलेबस में नहीं है, बट टू अंडरस्टैंड द कंसेप्ट मैं यहाँ पे ले रहा हूँ. आपको सिर्फ कंसेप्ट ध्यान में रखो. सी इफ वी हैव three symbols, say A, B, C. Now, how many different ways are there to permute these three symbols? Permutation हमने देखा था ना, three symbols can be permuted in three factorial different ways, right? Suppose we have four symbols, say A1, A2, BC. Then these four can be permuted in four factorial different ways. Okay. I'll write few of them. Say A1, A2, BC is one permutation. A2, A1, BC is another permutation. Okay. Fine. Then A1, A2, CB, A2, A1, CB. Okay. ऐसे बहुत सारे permutations है. 4 factorial मतलब total कितने होंगे? 24 permutations. Okay. Now, if I remove this suffix, say अगर A1 ये निकाल देता हूं मैं, then दोनों में क्या डिफरेंस है?
They're same.
Both represent same permutation. Okay. If I ignore suffixes, then दोनों permutation एक ही है. Okay. So we'll consider this as only one. एक ही consider करेंगे हम. Similarly, these two permutation are equivalent to only one permutations. Okay. If we consider A1, A2 as distinct objects, then these two are distinct. But if A1, A2 are identical, then these two represent only one permutation. So मतलब total permutations actually कितने हो जाएंगे? Total है 4 factorial. Okay. 4 factorial. लेकिन हमारे permutation 1:2 ratio में कम हो रहे हैं. Because हम कैसे 2-2 का एक ग्रुप बना रहे हैं. Okay. So divided by 2. Actually ये divided by 2 factorial है. Why? Because यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया? Here I have permuted A1 and A2 among themselves. A1 and A2 दोनों की आपस में जगह चेंज कर दी. But they represent same permutation. So divided by 2 factorial. Similarly, if I have 3 A's, A1, A2 and A3. Okay. तो क्या होता, number of permutations would be, now I have 5 objects, so numerator होता है मेरा 5 factorial divided by, because A is repeated 3 times, so those 3 A's can be permuted among themselves in 3 factorial different ways. Okay, so divided by 3 factorial होता. Now here only letter A is repeated thrice. अगर मेरा B भी repeat होता, say B1, B2 and C, तो क्या होता? So how many permutations would be there? Now I have 6 objects. So numerator होता है मेरा 6 factorial divided by
3
A is
factorial,
repeated
2
twice,
factorial.
so 3 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay, because A is repeated by 3 factorial and B is repeated twice, so 2 factorial as well. Okay, it's called as permutation with repetition. Objects are repeated. Okay, normal आपका formula है permutation का, that is n factorial, वो apply नहीं होगा because actual number of permutation would be comparatively very less. Okay, अगर हम सीधा 6 factorial करेंगे तो all distinct permutations will not get, उसमें permutations भी same permutations मिलेंगे. Fine, ये concept समझ में आ गया? Okay, now हम कुछ सिर्फ आज binomial random variable discuss करेंगे and tomorrow what time is it?
It's 10:10, sir.
Okay, time है. Fine, ठीक है. हम सिर्फ derive करेंगे PMF of binomial distribution. Tomorrow we'll solve examples based on binomial distribution and Poisson distribution. Okay. Now this all 3 distributions, binomial, Poisson and normal distribution, are based on what we say, it is a Bernoulli trial. Okay, now what is meant by Bernoulli trial? Bernoulli trial is a trial that results in exactly 2 outcomes. Okay, one outcome can be termed as a success and other can be termed as a failure. Fine. For example, tossing of a coin, इसमें 2 outcome होते हैं, head और tail, exactly 2 outcomes. और if I roll a dice, okay, यहाँ पे outcome 1 2 3 4 5 6 है, but अगर मैंने bet लगाया कि outcome will be either 1 or 2, okay, then according to me, what would be the outcome of experiment? Either I'll win the bet, so I'll term it as success, or I will lose the bet, or I'll term it as failure. Okay. So this is also a Bernoulli trial, right? तो आप कैसे define करते हो उसके ऊपर है, right? How you define your event. So probability of getting success in this case, because I'm betting on 1 and 2, so probability of getting success is 2 by 6 and probability of getting failure is 4 by 6, right? So it is called as a Bernoulli trial. Okay, now if Bernoulli trial is repeated say n number of times, okay, and if we define random variable x as number of successes, okay, say for example, if I repeat Bernoulli trial 3 times, ऐसा हो सकता है तीनों बार मुझे सक्सेस मिले, या फिर SSF हो सकता है, okay, और SFS हो सकता है, then FSS, then SFF, FSF, then FFS, and all 3 failures. Okay, so these are the possible outcomes. Now if so this is nothing but my sample space. Okay, now if I define x of omega as number of successes, okay, then what are the possible values of x? X may be 0, all failures. X may be 1, X may be 2, X may be 3. So maximum 3 successes I will get in those 3 trials, those 3 Bernoulli trials. Okay. Now what is PMF of this? what is probability mass function of this? कितना होगा? 0 का प्रोबेबिलिटी कितनी होगी? 1/8. इसकी क्या होगी? 3/8, 3/8 एंड 1/8. ओके फाइन. अब यहाँ पे मैंने 3 ट्रायल लिए थे तो ये इजी था ना. इफ आई रिपीट से 10 टाइम, ओके, तो सैंपल स्पेस आपके कितने हो जाएंगे? 1028 आउटकम्स वुड बी देयर एंड रैंडम वेरिएबल x क्या हो जाएगा? 0, 1, 2, 10. Okay, now what would be the probability of say 3? What is probability of 3? मतलब probability of getting 3 successes कैसे निकालोगे? See, 3 success मतलब ऐसा है S S S then F F F F F 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. 3 success and 7 failures. Okay, ये this is one sequence. ऐसे कितने sequences है? ऐसा नेसेसरी नहीं कि फर्स्ट 3 ट्रायल में सक्सेस मिले उसके बाद ऑल 7 फेलियर्स. ऐसा भी हो सकता है फर्स्ट ट्रायल में सक्सेस मिला, देन फेलियर, देन सक्सेस, देन फेलियर, सक्सेस एंड रिमेनिंग ऑल फेलियर. ओके, और आपका ऐसे भी हो सकता है ना, एस एफ एफ लास्ट में सक्सेस, बीच में और एक सक्सेस मिला. ओके, सो हियर प्रोबेबिलिटी इज नथिंग बट 2 to the power 10. डिनोमिनेटर कितना होगा? 2 raised to 10. फाइन. जैसे 3 ट्रायल्स के केस में what was denominator? 8. Okay, because there are 8 different outcomes. Similarly, if we repeat Bernoulli trials 10 times, then denominator would be 2 to the power 10. Okay, fine. इतने सारे रहेंगे. Now, how many such sequences are there? How many such sequences are there? See, each sequence in this case is nothing but the permutation of 3s and 7f's. Letter f is repeated 7 times and letter s is repeated 3 times. So number of such sequence is nothing but the number of permutations of these 10 symbols. Okay, but all 10 symbols are not distinct. Letter s is repeated 3 times. So divided by 3 factorial, and letter f is repeated 7 times. So divided by 7 factorial. Okay, so this is nothing but your number of such sequences or number of outcomes in which we get 3 successes and 7 failures. Got it? So, and this is nothing but, this is formula for what? This is 10C3. Okay, this is nothing but 10C3. So here the numerator is 10C3. Okay, now actually here I have applied classical definition of probability. Remember, classical definition of probability क्या है? N of A divided by N of omega, right? So by while applying classical definition, I have assumed that all outcomes are equally likely. It that probability of getting success, probability of getting failure. Okay, you may get the chances of getting success may be 20% and chances of getting failure may be 80%. Okay, so if I assume that probability of getting success is small p, so obviously probability of getting failure is 1 minus p. Okay, so because all trials are independent, so probability of this is equal to what? Probability of S into probability of S into probability of S into probability of F into probability of F. Probability of S 3 times, probability of F 7 times. So it is equal to P raised to 3 into 1 minus P raised to 7. Okay, multiplied by 10C3. Okay. So probability of 3 equals to 10C3 into P raised to 3 into 1 minus P raised to 7. Okay, ये समझ में आ गया? Similarly, what would be probability of say 9? मतलब probability of 9 successes is 10C9 into P raised to 9 into 1 minus P raised to 1. Okay, मतलब 9 अगर 9 सक्सेस मिल रहे हैं मतलब 1 फेलियर है, 9 सक्सेस एंड 1 फेलियर. So this would be the probability of 9. Okay. So this is actually probability mass function of this random variable. Okay. And this distribution is called as a binomial distribution. Okay. तो binomial distribution basically क्या होता है? If probability of say R, number of successes say R, if we repeat the experiment n times or if we take n trials of an experiment. यहाँ पे हमने एग्जांपल के केस में हमने सिर्फ 10 ट्रायल लिए थे, लेकिन सपोज हम n ट्रायल्स लेते हैं तो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ r क्या होगा? NCR into p raised to r into 1 minus p raised to n minus r. Total n trials है, so out of n trials if we are getting success r times, it means that remaining times, that is n minus r times, we are getting failure. Okay, and यहाँ पे r की वैल्यू क्या हो सकती है? 0, 1, 2 up to n, because in n trial maximum we can get n successes or minimum 0 success. So the value of r is 0, 1, 2 up to n. Okay, so this is the PMF, probability mass function, and this random variable x is called as binomial random variable. Okay, कंसेप्ट समझ में आ गया? सिर्फ ध्यान में रखो कैसे डिराइव हुआ है, सो दैट प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते वक्त आपको इजी जाएगा. आपको कोई डेरिवेशन पूछेगा नहीं. नो वन विल आस्क यू डेरिवेशन हाउ पीएमएफ ऑफ बाइनोमियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इज डिराइव्ड. ओके, हम क्या करेंगे? टुमारो विल simply define the binomial random variable and will solve examples based on the binomial random variable. Okay, and if time permits, we'll also discuss examples based on Poisson distribution. Okay, so कल हम 2 distribution खत्म करेंगे. Third distribution is normal distribution. वो थोड़ा सा complicated है, so I'll devote more time to solve examples based on normal distribution. Okay, so day after tomorrow we'll discuss normal distribution, and अगर और कुछ आपको difficult लग रहा है तो we'll devote one more session on normal distribution. Okay, so that's it. So we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll discuss binomial distribution. Okay, because fresh mode में ये लेना is always better. ठीक है, so we'll continue tomorrow.
Sure, sir.